Hi guys, it's Minnick from earlylearningmom.com. As promised, I am here to do another unboxing, so to speak. I have this huge box, well it's not that huge, but it's heavy box of books. Let's see if you can see that. Full of books for our homeschool and our read out loud time. And if you haven't watched any of my videos before, I'm a huge believer in kids having an awesome home library. Kids that have more books at home tend to do better in school, and it's just they're more well-rounded according to studies. And the problem is I don't like buying books brand new. It gets very costly when you pick up, like, I was looking at a Boxcar children book. It was the beginning of a new series, like before they became the Boxcar Children, and they wanted $10.99 for it. So if I am creating a huge library for my kids, I can't afford to be spending $10.99. However, I can afford to spend $1 or $2 on a book. So this book was $2. Not all of them I'll be able to tell you the price. I just know this one specifically I found at the used bookstore in Grand Forks when I went down there. The rest of these books were purchased through Facebook groups, and some of them may even be from eBay. I had them sent down to the border and picked them up there. A lot of people will not ship to Canada. It's just too costly, and nor do I want to pay the bill to ship all these books there. So I pick them up at the border for a minimal cost. So this one is a different Boxcar series, a Boxcar Children series. It's the first book out of the Great Adventure series, and it's Journey on a Runaway Train. We also got Who was Robert E. Lee, and this one was $2. That was from the bookstore as well. We picked up Vampire School, Casketball Caper. I've never heard of this series. It looked like an easier read and kind of cute, so I grabbed it. We also grabbed a bunch of these, this one's a different series. This is the Misadventures of Wally, Plummet. And so we've got book 2, Submarine Sandwich, book 3, Anything You Can Do, I Can Do Better. And it's my understanding that these are book level, it says reading level grade 6, interest 8 to 12. We also got The Incredible Worlds of Wally McDougall, My Life as a Smashed Burrito with Extra Hot Sauce. And let's see quickly. So they piqued my interest. It's more these I'm hoping will trigger my older son to be interested in reading them. This is another one of the Misadventures of Wally Plummet. This is Gold Flakes for Breakfast. And I believe these are Christian based. Don't quote me, but if I remember correctly, they are. I also purchased these books for my son. It's Freddie in Peril, and Freddie to the Rescue. We also got a few of the Magic Treehouse Fast Trackers that we were missing. So this is from the bookstore again. They were $2 each. This is Ghost, and these books are they're $4.99 new. So and we also got Polar Bears and the Arctic. We got a few more of the Incredible Worlds of Wally McDougall, My Life as an Afterthought Astronaut. And we've got The Misadventures of Wally Plummet. This is the first book, Invasion from Planet X. We will be reading as well the same series, and this one's The Monopoly. Battle of the Bands. And then I grabbed this. It's like a graphic novel. It's Lunch Lady and the Cyborg. Okay, I really shouldn't do these videos so late at night. Cyborg Substitute. And my oldest is crazy about graphic novels, so I try to grab them when I can. We also got Yeti Files, Meet Bigfoot. And this is kind of I wouldn't call it a graphic novel, but I wouldn't call it a picture book either. But yeah, hopefully that piques his interest. Now, we have A to Z Mysteries, The Quicksand Question. I may already have this. This may have came in a set, so this may be a double. We also have the Calendar Club Mysteries, The Case of the Back-to-School Burglar. Third Grade Detectives, number 4, The Cobweb Confession. And apparently these, some of the third grade detective books are in the second or third year, I think it's the second year of Bookshark and Sunlight. So I grabbed some of the ones that we didn't have. I have it must be the second, because I have the full second curriculum of Bookshark. So I figured if we liked the series, I'd grab a couple. I think they were like $1 or $2. Third Grade Detectives, number 9, The Case of the Sweaty Bank Robber. We also have Jack Gets a Clue, The Case of the Beagle Burglar. And this is more of a picture. There's more pictures in this book, and keep kids interested. Third Grade Detectives, number 10, The Mystery of the Stolen Statue. Nate the Great and the Halloween Hunt. Nate the Great and the Stolen Vase. Now this one, is it an actual? Let's see, this Nate the Great has color in it. And oh, so does this one. I'm sure the one we read was older and it didn't have any color. Now these kind of interest me. Like, even though we're not American, we're Canadian, it's still interesting to read some more American history-based books. And just because, they tend to be more plentiful than Canadian history-based books. So we do read them. This is Capital Mysteries, Who Cloned the President? And it's by Ron Roy, who also wrote A to Z Mysteries and Calendar Mysteries. Both series we love, so that was one of the other reasons why we wanted this series as well. So we got that one. We also have Kidnapped in the Capitol, book 2, and Trouble at the Treasury, book 7. This, I think, came with the set as well, because we already have this book, A Jigsaw Jones Mystery, The Case of the Snowboarding Superstar. So that one and the A to Z Mystery book we will be passing on to other families. I think it was just cheaper to buy the lot than to get the books individual. We also have Martha Speaks, A Pup Tale, and this is a very colorful chapter book. Martha Speaks, Martha on the Case. Here, what else do we have? We have some more Magic Treehouse. This one was 80 cents, and I don't know why the other ones were $2 and this one was 80 cents, but this one goes with the Thanksgiving on Thursday, and so it's about the Pilgrims. We also got some Kate Kazoo Switcheroo. This is Doggone It. Girls Don't Have Cooties. No Bones About It. And this was another series that we got. And this one I purchased on eBay. And we got Never Walk in Shoes That Talk. Don't Swap Your Sweater for a Dog. Never Swipe a Bully's Bear. Never Glue Your Friends to a Chair. And Never Race a Runaway Pumpkin. And it just seems like it is a story about a little boy who tends to get into trouble and things you shouldn't do. Now this was an interesting series. I grabbed these on eBay. They're Cluey Louie, and I think they're an Australian series because I could not find them here. And even I think they didn't show up in Goodreads. So we got Sleepover Surprise, and what I like about them is they're nice, short chapter books with big writing. So I'm probably going to put these away for little Z when he starts reading his own chapter books. We also got Treasure Hunt, 3 Monsters, Where's Freddy, What's Making Tracks, Star Visitor, C is for Costume, and for some reason the lot came with 2 of these, so once again we'll have another one to pass on to another family. And we have Mystery Jar. Moving on, we have some of the DK picture biographies, and this one's on Helen Keller, and this one was $1.25, and you can just see there's like full photographs in these books, and I believe they're set up like chapters. Yes. So the book has 18 chapters, and it seems like each chapter is like 5 or 6 pages. So we have that one. We also have the one on John F. Kennedy. Once Upon America, and this is Lone Star, the story of the Texas Ranger, and it was only 60 cents at the bookstore, and the reason I picked it up is my dad loves the Lone Star Texas Ranger, so I thought it might be fun to read with Z. This one, we got a few more of those Incredible Worlds of Wally McDougall. I'm saying that wrong, but anyhow. My Life as a Smashed Burrito with some extra hot sauce. I think we might have that one already. They may have sent doubles of that one. I could be wrong. My Life as Alien Monster Bait. My Life as a Bigfoot Breath Mint. My Life as a Human Hockey Puck. So I'm really not sure. Oh, okay, this sounds really good. It talks about before his misadventure ends, Wally finally learns the real dangers of jealousy and envy and the true value of aspirin. And Wally discovers the truth and learns who the real hero in his life is. So it sounds like they're kind of silly stories, but they come to like a real moral of the story. We also have My Life as Polluted Pond Scum. Yes, and so this was the series that was Christian based. He learns to trust God before he has any chance of saving the day. My Life as a Blundering Ballerina. My Life as a Broken Bungee Cord. And My Life as Crocodile Junk Food. Moving on, we have My Life as a Torpedo Test Target. My Life as a Human Hairball. And like, I can just see these really like intriguing my boys. I'll never understand boys, but I can just see the titles just kind of catching their interest. Like, ooh, that sounds gross. That sounds like something, Mom might not want me to read. But then they have kind of little secret meanings in it. My Life as a Beat Up Basketball Backboard. And then we move on. I have Book 1, 43 Old Cemetery Road, Dying to Meet You. And I believe I saw the other 2 books in here. Now, these are quite long. I'm not sure when we'll get to these, but they were marked. They were a really good price, so I couldn't leave them. This one is School of Fear, Class is Not Dismissed, as well as School of Fear, and this just seems to be one of them. Or maybe those aren't the same book series. No, they're not. They just have similar artwork. We also have some Cabin Creek Mysteries, The Secret of Robber's Cave, and The Legend of Skull Cliff. We got this Stepping Stone. It's just like a really small chapter book with colorful pictures and bigger writing. This is Stepping Stones, a full-color chapter book, and it's a fantasy about monsters. We also have Wally and Gramps Creature Feature, Night of the Living Eggnog. I don't know. like I said, it piqued my interest that it might get my oldest reading. And if it will, it's worth it. We also have Race the Wild Rainforest Rally. Owl Diaries Baxter is Missing. Robert and the World's Worst Wristwatch. Robert and the Three Wishes. Robert and the Instant Millionaire Show. Robert and the Chocolate-Covered Worms. And these are kind of bigger writing, but I think we'll probably read some of these out loud anyhow. Robert and the Attack of the Giant Tarantula. And then we have another Katie Kazoo switcheroo, I Hate Rules. Okay, and now we also have, this is a graphic novel, Jellaby. It was one that I was actually looking at purchasing for Wes a long time ago. It's marked as $12.95 US, $14.95 Canadian, and I think I paid like $2 for it. So I grabbed that. We also got Science Supergiants. Did You Invent the Phone Alone? Alexander Bell Graham. And this one's not a chapter book, but I thought it was just an interesting biography picture book. Now this one I'm super excited about. I love the Boxcar Children. I never read them as a kid. I'd seen the books. I may have even owned one of them, but it was further in the series, and I just never got into it. And now it's like I'm reliving my childhood with my son, and we're reading all the Boxcar Children books. And this is The Adventures of Benny and Watch, and it is a Boxcar Children early reader. And so it's like a picture book. So I'm excited to read this. I also have the women that I purchased books from on Facebook. I have them looking out for more of these for me because I want them all. We also purchased a bunch of the Henry and Mudge in, well, just the Henry and Mudge books. And so we have In the Sparkly Days, we have Take the Test, we also have Get the Cold Shivers, In Puddle Trouble, the first book, I guess it's the one we're going to read first, and The Forever Sea. And this video is getting longer than I anticipated. This is why I'm splitting these boxes up. We purchased, this was on Amazon, the EP First Readers. This is from Easy Peasy Homeschooling, and I know we can read these online. I just really don't like reading on screens. I don't mind reading like an article on a screen, but when it comes to reading chapters from a book, it just doesn't work well for me. So it's broken up into the same schedule as Easy Peasy is online. And so you read day one and you read the chapter. So day one in this book is The Tale of Jolly Robin. So you're reading that story, which is so old there's no copyright on it. So they're able to reprint it. And so we are likely to start working through these. And I also got the second reader. Seeing I was paying, it's cheaper. I didn't have to pay for shipping if I bought both of them. We purchased this based on a recommendation of Little Mama Purple on YouTube here. And they are little workbooks. And so they have a story, which the writing is nice and big, so Z could read it to me, or we can read each a line. And then after the story, there are activities to do. So you can kind of do activities based on what you learn. So there's word recognition, math and counting, story comprehension, and then there's music, drama, and activities. So there's like a little song, and then another story. So I thought this was really cute. I wanted to check it out. I wanted to just get one of the books. The collector in me wanted to get the whole series, but I decided we should probably try one book and see how it goes. On another recommendation of Little Mama Purple. Now, I highly recommend you watch her channel, unless you don't want to buy things for your kids, because she's got all sorts of great resources that she uses with her son. And I'm finding myself like finding things that I need to get that. I didn't think of that. So we purchased a big dot-to-dot book just so we can work on some fine motor skills with little Z. And this is for ages 4 to 6, but I think he's still going to need a little help with it because of his fine motor skills. This was a book that we purchased through the Facebook group again. It's How a Turkey Grows. And it caught my interest. I don't know. The pictures look beautiful. So we are going to put this away for when we're ready for it. It's falling asleep. We also got Extreme Sports Dive, your guide to snorkeling, scuba, night diving, free diving, exploring, shipwrecks, caves, and more. And it's a National Geographic book. And so I knew the pictures, or I assumed the pictures would be awesome. So we grabbed that. And I got this one. I Can't, I Won't, No Way, a book for children who refuse to poop. And this isn't so much for my children, but as my daycare children, you know, we get all sorts of kids that come in. And I figured one day, if I didn't get it, I was going to regret not getting it. So this may come in handy, so I'm going to put it away with my daycare stuff. We have Accidents Happen. Accidents May Happen, 50 Inventions Discovered by Mistake. And it just talks about different things that, you know, people discovered by mistake. And so, yeah. I don't know, piqued my interest. We'll take a look at it. I purchased this book, Phonics. It was only a couple dollars, and I figured we could work through it if we want to. It was a risk I was willing to take because I believe this book is worth a lot more. And these are the last 3 from this box. And I ordered these on eBay, once again on the recommendations of my friend Kelsey at Little Mama Purple. She uses these for science with her little guy, and it's What If You Had Animal Teeth? And so they show what life would be like if you had the particular teeth that this animal has, and it just kind of explains why they have those teeth. And then the same thing goes for What If You Had an Animal Nose? And What If You Had Animal Hair? And so I've got a few more coming in my next lot. I am not buying, it will not be as big as this one, but I have a few packages that are going to the US for me. We've got a lot here, but I mean, we can read a chapter book in a night, and I want them to be available, that if he wants to go back to them, or if we're into a certain series, that he can go to it and read the next one, and we don't have to wait for it to come to the library. We are still utilizing the library. We just started. I'm really, 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 really bad with the library. I'll end up owing so much money because I put books on hold that I forget about them. But lately, our public library has developed an app, so when I'm getting the email, I used to get an email saying, oh, you have a book due in 4 days or 3 days. And I think to myself, as I'm reading on the phone, okay, I'll go to my computer and I'll renew it. And then I never would, and I would forget, and then I would owe money for that, or I'd think, oh, I can't pick up those books I have on hold, I should cancel that hold, and I'd forget about it. So now with we haven't, fingers crossed, in the last month or so, since I've paid off my fines, we haven't incurred any other fines. So I am getting most of our picture books from there, unless we're going to use them for like science like this, or the turkey book, or if it's something super cute that I want to have on hand, like the Adventures of Benny and Watch, and I don't think our library carries these, to be honest with you. So yeah, that is box number 2 that I picked up in the US last month when I went down there with my mom. If you like this video, let me know. If you got any ideas of different books to check out for your own kids, let me know. Have you read any of these books before? Did you like them? Did you not? Talk with me in the comments below. I love answering comments and replying to them. So once again, thanks for watching. Check out my blog at www.earlylearningmom.com. Thank you.